Hello, hello. I'm here in my paper crown and I'm going to show you how to make these great paper crowns fit for a birthday king or queen. And you'll see mine has a 60 on it. It may be backwards on the video, but I'm gearing up for my 60th birthday in 2023. And I'm not sure this is quite spectacular enough for my 60th. So, I may want to go really big. Go big or go home, they say. So here's another version of this crown. The first was using a 4-inch strip of paper. This is a 6-inch. And another really fun thing that you could do if you wanted to make this a craft for a birthday party, you could use these 3-inch strips of paper and just make these really easy breezy. It'd be fun for kids to do, or adults even. So sit back, get ready, or get your crafting gear out. I'm going to walk you through how to make a paper crown. Thanks. Okay, here we go, everybody. We're going to make one of these fantastic paper crowns. What you're going to need is pretty easy. Your 12-inch trimmer. I'll be using this damask punch, but you can also use any other punch you'd like. But you need the kind that just punches across the top of the paper and leaves the punched out area attached. So again, we'll be using this great damask punch, border punch. You'll need a tape runner, and I'm recommending that you use a regular tape runner, not the repositionable, because you'll be using this to tape the crown shut, and you'll want to make sure that it doesn't easily come apart. So a regular tape runner. And then I'm going to be using a piece of bronze shimmer cardstock, which I think is just absolutely perfect for a crown. So for the first step, we'll be making our cuts. So we're going to need to cut one 4-inch by 12-inch piece of paper, cardstock, and then we'll cut one or two 3-inch by 6-inch pieces. So we'll first cut 4 inches since our paper is 4 by 12. Just line this up at the top of our ruler and make a cut. Okay, and then again, we need two 3 by 6-inch pieces. So what we're first going to do is cut at 3-inch. And then we're going to turn this 90 degrees, line it up at 6-inch. Because my paper is 12 inches across, I just have to make one cut right in the middle. So that gives us our two 3 by 6 cuts of paper. So the next thing then that we're going to do is take our 4 by 12-inch piece of paper, and we're going to punch that with this beautiful new damask frame border punch. So to use these, you're just going to open up the punch, and then you'll notice on the front that you have a line. And these are the lines that you want to line up and start with when you use the border frame punch to make a border. The lines out here on the edge you would use if you're making a frame, but we're doing a border. So we're going to line our paper up here. Let me just move my trimmer out of the way. Okay, so just line my paper up. And you always just want to make sure you have the back snugly up against the guide and punch. And now we're going to move our punch, and you'll see here that there is a blue design that matches the design perfectly. So when your paper is in the punch, what you want to do is just line up that paper so it's covering the blue design, and that tells you that you're punching in the right place. So again, just line up the design so you're covering the blue. Make sure you've got this side snug up top and punch. And we're just going to repeat that all the way down. We'll end up punching 6 times. There we go. And we just need one more punch. And there we go. You can go ahead and set that punch aside. I'm just going to clean off my desktop here. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to hook one of these 6-inch pieces of paper on each side, and we're going to tape them behind. And as you can see, you're punched out here. If I just put this here like this, which you could do, but you would cover up part of the punch out on that. So what I am going to do is cut off a bit of that corner. And I'm cutting at a 1/2 inch. And you could use a ruler if you want and just measure a 1/2 inch and mark with a pencil, and then turn, measure a 1/2 inch and mark with a pencil. Okay, so on these 2 strips, you only want to do 1 corner on each one. So you'll do the top right hand corner on one and the top left hand corner on the other. So I'm just going to do the same. I'm going to mark this paper at a 1/2 inch, just corner, mark it again at a 1/2 inch. So that's pretty easy. And then I'm just going to take my scissors and cut from mark to mark. Okay, so you have your 2 end pieces now, and those cuts do not need to be perfect. So then what we're going to do is connect these ends like this. So you're going to want to put tape on this side, and don't go beyond where you have that 1/2 inch mark. So, and usually I say don't use too much tape, but this is an instance where I'm going to say go ahead and put 2 full strips on. You don't want your crown coming apart when you're wearing it. And then you can just line this up with the bottom. I always have the hardest time lining things up. There we go. And you'll do the same thing on this one. So you're going to put the tape, there's 2 strips of it. And again, this is going to make sure that your crown does not come apart. Okay, and I've got those fairly straight. It doesn't need to be perfect. And now what we're going to do is go ahead and decorate our crown. So this is the really fun part. So you want to decorate it while it's still flat, and that'll help make sure that your design goes together. So I'm first going to start out. Now you could do a punch strip, you could do all sorts of things, but I'm going to use some stickers, some of the border stickers from the Silver and Gold border sticker pack. And I think I'm going to choose this one here. So you'll need 2 stickers to do the full length. And I want mine just to go right, I think, across the middle. So I'm going to start on the left-hand side and just lay this down. And then I'm going to take my other one. Now this one will not go all the way to the end, but that, or will actually overlap at the end, but that's okay. You're going to trim it. So you can just kind of line up those little nubs on the end of the sticker. Make sure you're getting it pretty straight. And then when you get to the end, you'll see that it overlaps a little. And you can just take your microtip scissors, and I'm grabbing my microtip because cutting a sticker and these blades are covered in Teflon, so the stickers don't stick to them and your blades don't get all gummed up. Okay, so I'm just going to cut that off. So how cool is that? You've got this beautiful border design. You could, if you wanted, just trim that little bit off the sticker and use that also on your crown if you wanted. I hate to let anything go to waste. And then another thing that I'm going to do, I have these leftover gems from one of the Christmas kits. And I'm going to use these gems on my crown because they look like jewels. Now, the front of your crown has 6 of the damask flourishes. And so I'm going to use first 2 big ones, 2 medium ones, and then 2 little ones so that the size kind of goes out. So let's go ahead and stick those stickers on, or those gems on our crown. And I'm sticking them, you'll see, right in the center of that punch out on that little round area, which is lots of fun. And it seems like it was just made for gems, if you ask me. I have these things always stick to my fingers, but here we go. We're getting those down. And then I'll use 2 of the smaller ones on the outside, so the gems just get a little bit smaller as we go. And that could be a beautiful crown in and of itself, but you could actually also add some elements to it. So for example, I had this little piece left over, and this comes from the silver and gold embellishment pack, where you have lots of fun little baubles that would look great on your crown. And then I thought what might be kind of fun is to layer this. Could use some foam squares and really get some depth, and put this right in the center of my crown. Now, what I did to get that center piece, I had a mat left over from the mat pack, and I used my custom cutting system to cut that corner out, and I used the medium circle, so this medium circle template with the red blade to cut this out from here. And I thought it mimics a little bit the sticker that I'm using, so I could stick that on there nice and centered. Now, if you didn't have the matte pack, but you happen to have our circle punch, then you could just, for example, take a piece, and I've got the platinum shimmer here, and punch a circle out and layer that with one of the embellishments and stick that on. You could layer all 3 of these together if you wanted. You'll see how these are designed to go together and measure together. And in fact, I really like that. So I believe that I'm going to go ahead and adhere that down. It's easy to get this lined up as well because you have those circles on there. They fit perfectly. And again, if you had foam squares, you could really make these elements pop. And then again, you have 3, so I'm going to circle this, center this right here. And voila, my crown is done. If you had stickers, you could write happy birthday. There's so much you can do with the design of these. And then the last thing you're going to do is tape these together. And you'll see with this that we could actually work to line up the stickers as best we can. So I'm just going to put some tape down. And again, you want to make sure you get that good and tape down. And then I just bring it around, line up my ends, and tape it. And there, my friends, you have a beautiful crown. This would be a great craft at a birthday party or just fun to surprise your friends with. So I hope you enjoyed this. And if you make a crown, please post a photo on my Facebook group. Thanks.